The numbers say it's pretty even. Here's the introductions with Joe Martinez.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Our next bout tonight, 3 rounds. This in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in officially 156 pounds in 9 professional bouts. His record, 8 victories and 1 defeat. Fighting out of Stockholm, Sweden, here is David Tymur! And across the octagon, his opponent fighting out of the red corner, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed in officially 154 and 1/2 pounds. This veteran holds a professional record, 25 victories, 8 defeats, and 1 no contest. Fighting out of Houston, Texas by way of Sao Paulo, Brazil. Here is Charles Oliveira! Your referee in charge of the action is Jeremy Valal.
Set to go. Interesting fight. Clash of styles here in the lightweight division. And evenly matched according to the guys in Las Vegas as well. Charles Oliveira in the gold, minus 130 as the favorite. David Tymur plus 110 as the underdog. He's in the black. The most intense stare down at weigh-ins yesterday, without question. These two want to get at each other.
Yeah, there was no love lost yesterday. The thing about David Tymur is his kicking is just sensational. Most people, when they throw a kick, they kind of telegraph it a little bit. They'll take a step. Tymur, with the kickboxing background, boom, the kick just goes. There's no telegraph. See, look at that.
Kick up top, and perhaps an eye poke. Reached out by Tymur.
Neutral. If it's the toe in the eye, and we saw it recently with Katzengano.
Sure.
A toe in the... Oh, sorry, pardon me. It was a finger.
Okay.
My bad. Let's take another look at it.
We have an eye poke while he's being pushed away after his kick was caught.
Yeah, that was clear. 2 fingers it looked like as well. Well, that's a shame. That's a real shame.
Well, so time to recover given here for Charles Oliveira.
No coaching. No coaching during
new rules in effect, and that's where it comes into play according to the fingers. You cannot have your fingers outstretched.
No fingers out, hands in, preparing.
I'm sure it was by accident, and I understand what Tymur was doing. You throw a kick, it didn't land. Charles is trying to advance, as we said before. You don't want him to clinch, so he was trying to push him away. But it looked like 2 fingers went in each eye, or a finger in each eye, pardon me. Let's take another look.
Thank you.
Throws the kick.
Oliveira, please stand.
Tries to push it. Oh! That looked pretty deep as well.
It's a heavy one.
Yeah, that was bad.
The doctor called in to take a look, and he's taking a look at both eyes. Well, Oliveira smartly taking his time here, 5 minutes with which to recover. And a lot of fighters will kind of rush back into it. Don't want to get their opponent time to rest and that sort of thing, but so early in the fight, you might as well just push it back by a few minutes.
You have to take your time in these situations, and you've got to be careful what you say as well. Sometimes a fighter, they might be just, maybe they're trying to buy time, and they mention that they're having vision problems. If you say that, the doctor's going to call the fight off. If you say, oh, I can't see out of my eye, but you mean, what you mean is it's just blurry.
Right.
The doctor will call the fight off, so you've got to be really careful what you say.
He has time, okay? No
But
rush.
that was a bad one. That was one of the worst eye pokes I've seen.
Well, Charles Oliveira in his 35th professional fight, in his 21st UFC appearance, so he has been around the block.
Okay.
He's okay.
Olivia, Charles, Olivia.
The problem is when you start
come
fighting sometimes from an eye poke, your vision isn't quite clear.
I'm going to take a point from this round.
Your opponent takes advantage.
I know it wasn't intentional, but it impacted the fight. Okay? I'm taking a point.
No, come on.
I have to.
Wow.
Where's my first judge? 1 point. Eye poke.
That's huge.
Well, that is a big moment so early in the fight.
1 point eye poke.
With the new rules in effect, including those eye pokes, that is a foul. Intentional, not intentional, as we heard Jaron Valel say, it's affecting the fight, so he takes the point.
Well, it is affecting the fight, and it looks like it's still affecting Charles Oliveira
Here we go.
because he's
Shake
still
hands, gentlemen.
wincing, he's still rubbing his eyes.
I know it was unintentional. Here we go. Ready?
You know, to be honest, I agree. I agree. You've got to take control of yourself.
My next question.
You've got to control your hands, control your fingers. Saying it was an accident, not good enough.
And
no.
And then now he tries to call his own timeout.
What is going on?
Let's go. Here we go.
I don't know if that was an eye poke, though.
But Jared Villel says, let me to call the
All right, here we
timeouts.
go.
It's on the referee to
Right.
call the timeouts and not the fighter.
100%. Tamer
Watch
should
your
have carried
fingers.
on there.
Close
Well,
fist.
either way, a point has been taken away from David Tymur, and unlike boxing, you got 3 rounds to work, so if you lose a point in a round, a lot less ground to make it up. Off the feet for a moment was Charles Oliveira. And now he says, let's bring it on, let's get to action.
I just had a look at the replay in the monitor of the second eye poke, and it was definitely an eye poke, which is very unfortunate. Again, not on purpose. These things happen with the small gloves. But these guys are throwing down now. Look at Oliveira's.
Oh, wow, a big shot by Tymur
My
sends
word.
Oliveira to his back.
Beautiful left hand, puts him down, but this is not a good position. Oliveira's still in the fight, he's still in the game. Throwing nice downward elbows, and watch this. Good job by Tymur.
Wow, and Tymur's opened up as well. Look at that on the inside of his right eye.
Elbows. But that was a beautiful left hand that he landed.
Well, Oliveira for a moment was inviting him into the pool, but returns to his feet. 90 seconds in, we've seen a lot already.
Superman punch attempt there. There's a lot of blood coming out the eye of Tymur.
Yeah, Oliveira is not scared after dealing with the power shot of Tymur. Moving forward, swinging heavy.
And that's what Oliveira's trying to do, just get hold of him any way possible, get hold and go to work. Nice Superman punch
there from Oliveira. We've seen that a couple of times.
Beautiful footwork though. You see the way that Tymur pivoted, he was against the fence.
They're moving fast. I need you to defend yourself at all times. Do you understand, gentlemen? We're gonna fight clean. Here we go. Ready? Fight.
You know, Oliveira can't do this. You can't command when the fight stops. You can't choose to take a break.
Oliveira sinks in for the takedown. A nice reversal from Tymur for the moment, but Oliveira going to work in his office. Swings to the back.
Oh, here we go. This is what he does.
Control.
David Tymur's no stranger here, though. He knows what he's doing. He's well prepared. And that's the problem with attacking legs. When you attack the legs, you're open to a hammer fist or some form of ground and pound.
Oliveira sees the moment to explode back to his feet and does so. Halfway through the first round, body kick there from Oliveira.
You know, Tymur's going to close those hands, though. He's still got his fingers outstretched. He's already lost a point.
And David Tymur, part of a brother tandem in the UFC. His older brother, Daniel Tymur, also a UFC fighter. I believe he'll get back to action in Prague in a few weeks.
This is the right thing to do if you're a Tymur. You've got to use a lot of footwork, a lot of movement, dance around the outside of the octagon, let Charles come in, fire your shots, and then move. But that was big! That was a big knee. You see the look on Tymur's face, he felt that one.
For a guy who's got the submission record, put some striking on display as well. Nice cross with the right hand.
Hey, Charles isn't a one-trick pony. He does have knockouts, excellent Muay Thai. From the clinch, he's very dangerous with elbows. He's looking for that right hand.
Oh, another knee, and that lands to the chin as well. Tymur showing some durability, taking some shots.
Yeah, he's got a great
their
chin.
moments.
Oliveira looks confident here, though.
Nice 1-2 there.
Spin.
Under a minute to go in the spinning back fist. And
Beautiful left
hook.
Tymur's going to try and take some control back. He's on the retreat here. He's eating shots and he's not running away, but he's retreating and circling constantly. You've got to try and command a little bit of respect in there. You got to. That was nice. That was a good body shot, but you got to try and get some respect back. Hit him with something. Sting him. Let him know, hey, don't keep walking me down like this. You walk me down, you're going to pay for it.
Well, he did early in this first round with the knockdown.
Great for the knee.
Heavy strike, but since then, Oliveira has been all confidence moving forward. 15 seconds.
It's a wild first round.
Nice combination there from Tymur, looping left hand and calls him forward.
Nice kick.
Full 5 minutes, and what a 5 minutes it was. 30-second break. Back after this.
I know the first one was accidental control. Close this. Yes, please.
Atenção.
Pay attention.
Tá sua.
It's your fight. You're winning the fight. But it's really dangerous when you put your hands down. He's got a dangerous hook.
Quando ele for pra trás bater na grade, entra. Você ganhou o primeiro round.
You won the first round. You did a perfect round.
Agora o que acontece? Botou uma sequência, foi pra trás.
Back on ESPN Plus, the corner of Charles Oliveira telling him, do not play with your hands down, respect the striking. But let's take a look at that controversy in the first round, Michael.
Well, you can clearly see that 2 fingers, 1 finger in each eye, and then there's the second one. Again, just unbelievable. Now here's a kick. Ooh, to the eye, you see him straight away wincing there. Boom, beautiful left hand, right on the jaw, puts him down. A lot of action inside that first round. Got off to a slow start, we had a point deduction, but then these guys went for it.
Yeah. And look at the right eye of David Tymur, partially closed, it appears, from some damage.
Good job, fight clean.
Yeah, it's really hard fighting with one eye.
You have experience in a lot of different areas, my friend.
Unfortunately.
That's why we're happy you're here.
Me and you both, brother. But that was a big round for Charles there. I mean, both guys had their moments. But I feel that Charles kind of dictated the action a little bit.
And who knows how the judges saw it. Of course, there were big moments for Tymur in that first round with the knockdown, but he did lose the point. So you, at the very least, it's a 9-9 round, but perhaps a 10-8. And a forearm shiver there from Oliveira.
This is it.
Who's letting it go? Charles Oliveira trying to end the fight. Tymur with the Hail Mary, but look out. He's trying for another submission. And there is the tap. He continues to pile onto his record. Charles Dubronx Oliveira.
Absolutely incredible. Hurt him on the feet, swarmed on him with the punches, and then got the choke. That is how it's done. Wow.
Charles Oliveira does it back in Brazil. And times are good for the fighter from Sao Paulo.
Times are very good.
Well, he entered the fight on a 3-fight winning streak, won the performance of the night bonus in all 3 of them, en route to setting the all-time mark for UFC submissions. Perhaps we're looking at 4 for 4 in bonuses and victories.
Here it is. Beautiful up elbow, wobbles him. He's very hurt there. Uppercut landed. There's another look at that elbow. That was beautiful. And here's an uppercut. And then he just swarms. Tymur turns his back. The referee actually, you know, it was good. He let them fight, but he could have stopped that there. And then boom, uppercut all over him here. Tymur doesn't know what's going on. Oliveira's having a field day. Grabs the neck. And then once you're rocked, once you're wobbled like this, you've got no sense of really what's going on. So it's no surprise that he got the submission. But incredible performance.
Could have added his 7th knockout victory perhaps, but David Tymur turns into him, and instead it's a baker's dozen UFC submissions for Charles Oliveira. Drags the coach into the octagon as well. We make it official when we come back.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially 55 seconds. Round number 2, submission by Anaconda for your winner from Sao Paulo, Brazil, Charles Dubronx.